Welcome to this week's Yep Yeah Yes with Tamika and Marissa. This week we're going to talk about when somebody tells you what you need and some backhanded compliments. So, Tamika, how's your week?
It's good.
How's your cough?
The weather's good. The cough is fine. It's Thursday or Friday or whatever. It's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
So it's nice to know that the weekend is upon us.
Do you know what today is?
What?
Flag Day.
I know. I posted a picture of Woodrow Wilson.
I
first
saw that.
Flag Day.
And then I love how as soon as you started talking, you had all these images of the scarf with the bandana, the banana hammock.
It's true, though. It's like, I don't think, like, that's what he was thinking.
No.
When he was like, okay, we want to have a Flag Day, celebrate our flag, and it's like, all right. And the birth of the Army, I believe it is, the Army's birthday. They celebrate
Oh,
it today,
get out of
too.
here.
So,
Happy
thank you to
birthday.
all our men and women serving in the Army. We appreciate you, and happy Flag Day to all of you.
Happy Flag Day.
Anyway, so what'd you say today's topic was?
When somebody tells you what you need.
Okay, so what comes to mind when you think of that?
Well, I have a sibling who likes to
really?
do that to me. I'm not going to say which one.
You only got one sibling.
Yeah, well, yeah. Shh. I don't think he listens. Every once in a while, he'll be like, "What you know what you need to do is," and then he tells me what I need to do. But he didn't let me finish telling him what the dilemma was.
Okay.
So it gets a little, I get a little miffed at times, but that's okay.
Like, what does he usually tell you? What you need to need to know, or what you need to do?
What I need to do. Like, okay, I'll give you a prime example. I think regionally, the way people celebrate events is very different.
Really?
Yes. So I think in the Northeast, like weddings, for example, people have to give you like $250, $150 per person that goes to the wedding. And, a gift at the bridal shower. If you're not invited to the bridal shower, then no gift. I think regionally outside of the Northeast, especially Long Island, I don't think that's quite the custom. So when he had his wedding, it wasn't like everyone was paying for their own plate. It was just a few gifts, and that was it.
Well, I think, honestly, like, that's culturally. Because, like, the weddings that I've gone to, mostly black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's not expected that you got to give $250 per person.
Maybe the amount is off, but you still pay for your plate, so to speak.
Right. I mean, yeah, you give money, but it's not like... I've never encountered a situation where the wedding has to be so, like, I honestly believe that it's a cultural thing. And when I say cultural, I'm talking black versus white.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know Asian people, how they get down with their wedding. So, but from what I've seen, it's like, it's the pomp and circumstances more important from the weddings I've gone to for white people.
Right.
Way more important. The wedding is way more important than it is for people of color. Black people. With the black people, it's like, let's get down, have a party, have a good time, dance, like, who's DJing? Like, it's like that kind of thing. With the white people that I've gone to, the weddings, it's like, oh my God, they got a cocktail hour, they got the fondue plates, and it's so much like, what the hell am I at here? Like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? It's like very much a different way of doing things. So, and then the people that are getting married, they expect like reimbursement for it.
Well, not full reimbursement, but yeah, something. But okay.
Like, they going into it, like, I've been around people like, oh, I hope I get at least such and such amount.
Yeah.
But I never get that when I'm at black wedding. Like, my black friends, they're never like, well, I made back such and such. It's like, everybody had a good time, doing electric slide.
Oh.
But with the white people, it's like, well, such and such, they came with, like, 3 of them, and only 2 of them was invited, and they only gave $80. It's like, well, was you trying to get your money back? What was you trying to do?
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
But then what does that explain with me and my sibling? Because we're culturally the same thing.
But when I look at him, I'm gonna be honest. When I look at him, I see him as a Puerto Rican. When I look at you, I don't. Even though I know you are, you seem more whiteified.
Oh my gosh, that hurt my
feelings. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm okay.
Like, when I'm around him, I feel like, I like, okay, if I go to his house, I'm gonna have some rice and beans. Even though I have rice and beans at your house, I feel like at your house I'm gonna have some like a salad.
Like a chicken cutlet.
Yeah, chicken cutlet and some salad.
Well, so,
but I've never been to his house for dinner. But I get that impression, like you're gonna put on some Spanish music at his house. At your house, anything goes. It might be Taylor Swift.
Ew,
it
no.
might.
It won't be Taylor Swift.
Okay,
but no, I know what you mean.
Z100.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Although when I get in your car, though, like I said, it's very different.
It's hip hop all day.
Well, no, you play a lot of reggaeton. And,
I love reggaeton.
But I just don't get the Spanish vibe from you.
Oh wow.
With him, I do.
Okay.
So maybe when I say cultural, maybe.
Oh, okay.
You're more.
And our spouses are culturally different as well. So maybe
even though you're siblings, you've been raised different.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I mean?
right. You're right.
It's weird. So
you're right.
I mean, I'm not trying to offend you or nothing, but are we gonna be?
Okay.
It's the Yep Yeah Yes show. Are we gonna be real or not?
We gotta be real.
So.
But it's so okay. So like, I remember a long time ago. He's like, he was celebrating something. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna order pizza, whatever. And I was like, ew, are you kidding me? You're gonna order pizza? And he was like, well, yeah. What are you supposed to do? Or just get like a big pot of pasta, and everybody will be fine. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how could you even do that? Like, where are the favors? Like, you need like appetizers, you need your course, you need your side dishes, you need like a few different choices of beverages. And I was just like, maybe it's me.
No, but see, that to me, like, is not about culture, it's about male versus female.
Oh, I see.
Like, what guy do you know is like, yeah, we got to get the streamers and like.
Well, we know one, but.
I don't know one. I got to think on it. But you'll tell me when the show ends.
But that gentleman is married to a woman for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, I still don't know because I know a couple of guys that are married to women that, questionable.
They have big beards.
Yeah. But anyway, we digress.
And then somebody, I was working and somebody was like, no, what you need to do is you need to talk to this one and you need to say X, Y, and Z. And I was like, excuse me, female. I am very well educated. I'm a 38-year-old woman. I know how to communicate. You need to calm the F down, back it up. I know. Listen, what your objective is and my objective are two different things. I don't need to do what you tell me to do because that's not my objective.
Right. I had a similar situation based on what you're saying on the show.
Right.
Last week because one of the corporate people came to the territory and wanted to see, my territory, and my boss was there, and so, but before him, my boss is giving me the whole, you need to do this and you need to do that, and I'm looking at her like, bitch,
shut up.
I almost had your job. Let's calm down. You know what I mean?
If you weren't related to higher ups,
right. But she's going in and in, and I'm letting her talk, and then the woman comes from corporate. And I throw on my, college-educated Tamika.
Right.
And I start talking a certain way and using certain language that I usually don't use on the podcast.
But you were in your corporate mode.
Right. And the woman was like, wow, that's a fantastic idea. I'm going to share that with, the head company, the marketing team, and all this other stuff. And the thing that came out is like some of the stuff I had told my boss about. And
this bitch could have been riding the whole time. See, that's what you get.
So then the girl was like, yeah, I heard that. And then my boss was like, yeah, I told you. And she's like, yeah, you never told me who. I was like, yeah. See how you do?
See,
you're taking credit for stuff.
No, what you need to do is
this the only time you get to keep my name in your mouth. You can put my name in your mouth this time. But I'm just saying. But when is it okay? When is it okay for someone to say, like, who's it come from when it's okay for them to say you need to? Like, are there certain people in your life or people that you respect that you're like, they tell you need to, and you're like, okay, it's coming from that particular person? So.
Well, think about it. Like, you know how sometimes you and I feel like sometimes I don't know how I feel, so I need to talk it out, and I call you, and I'm like, listen, I need you to tell me how I feel. And you're like, okay. Usually
I don't tell you.
No, you never tell me, but you let me talk it out.
Right.
And then we get to like, but you never do. And I'm like, no, I need you to tell me, or like, listen, this is this is what's going on. I don't know what to do. And you'll be like, well, what do you want to do? I need to say X, Y, and Z. I'm just having trouble like getting my thoughts together because I might be frustrated or angry or something. And you're like, all right, well, what about saying? And then you'll help me kind of get my dialogue together, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, perfect. I'm gonna use that. But most of the time, what you need to do should have been followed by, what should I do?
Yeah.
Question mark.
That's my thing too. Is like, is need the right word, or should it be replaced with I think you should?
But here's the thing though, what you think I should do should only still come after was, what should I do? Question mark.
No, but
like if you're just talking to somebody, like I'll take kids for example. For some reason, people try to give me parenting advice, but I'm like, oh, sweetie, no, you're adorable. No. And it's like, oh, what you need to do is put them in this sort of activity. Oh, what you need to do is, no, I don't.
But do you take everything, like maybe people have that in your best interest, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of people have a lack of vocabulary and are not able to express how they feel. Like when you have some people in your life, you have a conversation with them and you realize they're focused on like 3 words.
Oh,
yep,
you're right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, yeah, yes. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
So you never know. But it's hard when you first meet somebody.
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
the
trying
whole thing
trying
to
to figure out, like,
decipher,
what they trying to tell me? What
Right.
you need to do is mind your damn business. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But meanwhile, they're coming from a good place, and you say that to them, and they're like, "Oh, my bad. I was just saying, because you mentioned that your kids don't know how to swim, so I was like, what you need to do is put them in the safety swim."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, all right."
All right then.
Clutching your pearls and praying to God for forgiveness.
Oh my gosh, you want to talk about? So I'm veering off again. So you know what happened to me today? I went to go exchange a shirt, right? And my stupid self, I shouldn't have been fishing. So the person goes, "Is there anything wrong with the shirt?" I went, "Oh no, not the shirt. I'm just shaped like a potato." And they laughed and went, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Why do you do that?
I wasn't fishing, but I was like, you don't have to laugh and be like, "Yeah, that wasn't funny." But I don't know. I just think it's funny.
You love doing that, though.
I know.
That's why I don't fall for the bait no more. You be like, "How do I look in these jeans?" How do you think you look in those jeans? Because I just could be saying the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm not trying to I'm not trying to do that. And the fact that you would do that to a complete stranger and then turn on them, that's not right. It's not right. But they don't know that you like playing these games. These fishing games. It's not right.
I shouldn't have went fishing today.
No.
Oh my gosh.
So with the need thing, do you think that the person saying what you need to do is about benefiting you or benefiting them? What makes them feel comfortable, or what they think will make you feel comfortable? Your best interest.
And that's the thing. I believe sometimes, depending on who it comes from, because there's certain people that genuinely hear your story and genuinely want to help. If you're having a conversation, there are those people. So it's definitely in my best interest. But there are those people that they need to know that they had a hand in bettering someone else's life, or the illusion of it.
That's why I feel like sometimes, like if they see somebody, or I've been victim to. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never told somebody what they need to do with their life. You know what I mean? We all got an opinion, and we all feel like we need to share it with whoever, whoever we feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
But there's been situations in my life where somebody's presence, or what they were doing, how they were talking, how they were acting, made me feel uncomfortable for them.
Right.
Because of my association with them.
Right.
So in my way, it'd be like, what you need to do is like put your teeth back in. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they're comfortable. Why? Who cares?
What does it matter? Yeah.
But it's about me feeling comfortable. So sometimes I wonder if when somebody is saying what you need to do is about projecting their needs.
So as you've progressed in life, do you feel you say what you need to do is a little bit less?
I usually don't say. I don't know if I say what you need. I have to really pay attention to myself.
I mean,
but I think I give my opinion more, at the risk of losing friends or people not sharing with me anymore. People tell me things, and I'm always skeptical. First of all, I always think somebody's getting their ass beat. Like I swear somebody's. Like it's like PTSD. Like I just swear.
It's one of those things. Like we'll be at Stop and Shop, and I'm like, oh, she wasn't friendly. Oh, she's getting her ass beat.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
It's like, no, she just was not friendly. But I swear, like somebody's got an issue because of a bad relationship. I'm always projecting my stuff on someone else.
I see.
And I never. I don't think I ever. I'm always skeptical about other people's stories and relationships. Like, I have a friend who's probably listening. She was telling me something, and without going into details about what she was telling me, I'm like questioning every single thing that she's telling me. And she's like, you know what? I know you feel that way. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, inside, I'm like, damn, I'm sorry. But it's like, it's just too unbelievable to me that I can't believe it. And so I'm sitting there questioning it, not even letting her finish. And then, we sit there in silence, like I done messed up because I don't know how to have a real conversation with someone. Yeah. Now all of a sudden it's like, I need you to tell me what I think it really happened instead of what, truth or not, whatever.
Right.
Like I have to come from this place where I'm saying everything that I believe to be true, whether it's not, and I need that person to tell the story in a way that I feel comfortable with, and that's not always good.
Yeah.
That's never good.
That's tough.
And then all of a sudden, you start losing friends and they don't want to hang out with you no more because, you're always judging or you got something to say about something. It's like, why would they even want to tell you anything?
At one point in my life when I was younger, I had this like, how do I articulate this? I didn't feel good about myself. So I never wanted to give anyone a leg up. So like if I knew something, I wouldn't tell anyone. Like, I don't know, for some reason I was like hoarding information. So like if I knew how to like, I don't know, file for FIFA, FAFSA. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Right? So, and somebody's like, oh, I don't know how. I'm like, oh, maybe you should just go to, like, they'll talk. Oh, maybe just go to your guidance counselor. Rather than just saying, oh, just grab the form and just go slowly, and whatever you don't know, call your guidance counselor, or even sitting with someone. I would just hoard information. And then as I got older, I'm like, that's such a childish thing to do. You need to love yourself. So, you can't love anyone else until you love yourself, like, it's
that's
a process.
A hard lesson to learn, and it's still learning.
It's a process. And I don't know if that's like depression or whatever it is, but there's always that, like, that little, troll somewhere that's always like, haha, fatso, you're not good enough. But anyway, but as I've gotten older and more comfortable just with myself and just my direction, I will share more, but only when you ask.
Right. Which means that you're not really sharing because you do all the asking.
I don't ask all the asking.
You ask all the questions. Like, you sit there and you'd be like, even in the beginning of the podcast, how's your cough? Like, I've done every week like that. I know. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying you always start off everything with questions. Like, you're very inquisitive. You're like Dr. Clouseau. And you get mad at me when I'll be like, there was somebody wearing such and such at McDonald's. Like, what do they have on? Who they with? I'm like, I don't know, bitch. Like, you got way too many questions. I wasn't focused like that. I'm just telling you that they was at McDonald's and they got a Whopper. No, they would have Whopper. What did they get? Quarter pound of cheese.
That is
You asked way too many questions.
No, but that's an insecurity mechanism that I have because I don't want to talk, but I do want to be an active participant in the conversation. So, and I also know that people do like to talk about themselves.
What you need to do is express yourself more. Shoot. Be expecting everybody. What you need to do is be more open.
I can't do that. That is, my heart started to pound.
I have to transition because we're sitting and you have your legs crossed, and I noticed your shoes and I was like, oh, I gotta act, but let me ask you that offline. It's like weird because when we're doing a podcast, we're doing it for the show, whatever. So I have to remember that there's certain topics that have to be off not camera, offline. But don't tell me what it is. We'll talk about it after. It has nothing to do with what I was going to say. Okay. I know you pointing out the shoe. Dr. Scholl's, right? Oh my God. But listen, so I remember years ago, you have a tattoo on your
ankle.
On your ankle, and you were going through tattoo removal, whatever. I don't know if you tried to do it on your ankle or not.
Yeah, I did a little bit. It's a little fake.
And I'm looking at it and I was like, that looks so nice. And you were trying to get rid of it. There's a reason why it's still there.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I know you went through a period like, I don't like my tattoos and this, that, and the other. But it's like, there's certain things, like now, with the way that it's laying there, I'm going to take a picture and put it up so people can see it or whatever. But I think there's certain things, like, to me, that tattoo represents a Marissa from the past, a Marissa that I became friends with.
Right.
And not to say a Marissa that I'm not that's no longer there anymore.
Mhm.
But it's a reminder of the daredevil.
Yeah, well, I
Somebody
was
that's like willing
happier.
to go out and just do something that's outside of her.
I was happier at that moment in my life. There was moment like we met during my, like, even though like it might have seemed like a little sad, and I know to somebody I was like, you know, this stray little puppy, but I was really happy. I had a freedom that I never had before.
Right.
And then, you know, things happen in life and depression kicks in, and that's when I was just ashamed of who I was. So I wanted to remove all my tattoos, and I wanted to not be who I really was. And you know, it's tough. It's a process. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get there, but I was happy at that moment. But I stopped going because, you know, I got the tattoo for a reason. I like it.
It hurt.
It hurt. Yeah, it did hurt. Really did hurt. But no, the tattoo removal didn't hurt at all.
Oh, I thought the tattoo removal hurt.
No, they injected. I'm good with needles though. They injected with pain number killer thing, and I did not feel a thing. But I just think that tattoo was done freehand. And I just said, I want a tattoo on my foot. I don't know where, maybe on my toe. And the tattoo artist just literally grabbed a pen and was like, hey, what about something like this? And I was like, yes.
And that's the thing when people that have tattoos, like, not people, I'm not talking about people that like get like massive, like the sleeve and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People that get sleeves and stuff, to me, feel like they just want to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? But when I see somebody get like one or two in like a weird area where it's not for everybody's consumption, then I look at them like a little bit like, oh, there's something there. There's something hidden that they don't share with the whole world. Yeah. And you know what I mean? There's layers to them. When they have this whole sleeve and their neck and everything, it's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. You know? But anyway, I was thinking about the tattoo, and I was like, what you need to do is keep it there.
Yeah, what I need to what I need to do is be more honest with myself. And I think you know, I don't know if I have depression. I don't know. I say that constantly.
That was last week. You should have been bringing up depression last week.
I know I should have. But it's just one of those things, like
what you need to do is bring it up last week.
Bring it up last week. But then I'm in the middle of it, and I can't talk about it. But it's just, you know, those things that creep into you and these insecurities, and it's just things I've struggled with my whole life. I'm okay though.
You're okay. I have my tattoos too, and the reasons behind them, there's probably only one that I would get rid of because it was like a stupid reason to get it. But the other ones, it's like they mean something to me in different ways. But the one that makes me laugh the most is I have a Jesus fish. You know what I'm going with it. I have a Jesus fish on my stomach. And was it our friend Jamil? Yes. He was like, when you get pregnant, you're gonna look like a whale. It's gonna look like a whale. And I feel like that motherfucker jinxed me because I can't get pregnant. Damn Jesus fish.
Damn Jesus fish. We both have that fish, and we both have another tattoo that, for me, I gotta get redone because it's got 2 stretch marks through it.
Oh, it does?
But you can't really see it.
Those are your battle scars.
Those are my battle scars. But like when I got pregnant, I got so big with my twins that like it went. You can't, like, I have to show you like the line and it's like right through the line.
Right.
But getting those tattoos were funny because like the fish was, where were we in Soho, right?
Oh, yeah.
Stumbling out of a bar?
At the Foo Fighters.
Yes!
Foo Fighters party bar. Something. Oh, and I was drinking. Yeah. And I told the guy I wasn't drinking.
Yeah, we were both
drunk. And he knew I was drunk.
Drinking.
Why did he know I was drunk? Because
the drunk tea came out.
All of a sudden I'm bleeding with a little, as soon as he put the needle to me, he's like, you only bleed when you're drunk like that.
And you're like, not at all. What do you mean?
Oh my
As
God.
you're slurring.
Yeah, right.
And I'm standing there laughing.
Oh my God.
But he did it.
But it was really, I don't think he would have did a big one. But
no,
because it was so small, like a quick little thing.
That was quick. And then what about the one in Argentina?
Remember the couple, they were like making out in front. It was like a whole love fest there.
Oh yeah, it was not.
That's the perfect place to go with somebody you're in love with.
No, you know what that place is? That's a perfect place to go when you want to see the way certain couples outside of America treat each other. Because
that's what I'm saying. If the romance will have to pile on if you're there. Everybody's like, you know,
I didn't
loving
feel romantic,
each
but
well, you wasn't.
Like, oh shit, look at this.
You was not. You was not in love with anyone.
No,
was you? I don't know. No. I can't remember. And you were with me. It's like, really?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, okay. But I think seeing all that is like, oh, it's romanticized, and you want that.
Paris is not the city of love for you. It's Argentina.
I've never been there, so I can't say.
And their fucking beef. Oh,
I've never been to Paris, but continue to brag. What you need to do is stop bragging.
Oh!
What other countries you been to?
I did a few.
Yeah.
So have you, please.
Whatever.
You got some stamps in your passport.
Anyway, this is diverting so badly, but whatever.
Right.
What we need to do is stay on topic.
So I can't do that for some reason.
I know.
I'm incapable. Oh, you know what? I got the best backhanded compliment the other day.
Okay.
So I wore this sundress yesterday, but it's not a sundress. I don't know what it's called. It had like it was comfortable. It was comfortable and it had pockets.
Okay.
And I got, oh wow, those dresses usually only look really good on those very skinny, wafy girls, but it looks good on you. And I was like, well, number one, I didn't ask, but whatever. I took the compliment and ran with it, and...
I can't think of any backhanded compliments that I've gotten.
Not lately?
I don't think I've ever gotten any.
Like,
I feel
ever?
I'm seriously sitting here and I'm like, has anybody given me a backhanded compliment? I don't know if that's good or bad.
I get them all the time, but I'll say to someone when they're trying to be shady, thinking that I'm not smart enough, I'll be like, you know what, I'm choosing to see the positive in that one. I'm taking it as a compliment. And they'll do the whole it was a compliment.
I don't think I've ever gotten,
shut up.
For
such a little girl, you eat a lot. Shut up.
Yeah, I know. I don't get that. I mean, I get you look good for your age, but I look younger than I am.
You look 20 years younger than... You
so
look younger than
that's
some
a backhanded
20-year-olds.
compliment.
No, it's not.
My weight has been... It fluctuates, but it's never been
No,
drastically...
Fluctuations, no.
Usually I'd be like, oh, you look... Unless I'm not realizing that they're giving me a backhanded compliment, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, you never got that southern... Oh, bless your heart.
No.
Really?
But I say that to babies that I don't find attractive. You do that. What do people say bless your heart to? Maybe I got backhanded compliments with my food from my mom.
Oh no.
When you're young, you're first learning how to cook and stuff.
Or you've always been a good cook.
No,
I think.
not when I was in the beginning. You first learn how to
Yeah.
Take the chicken out.
Do you remember? In my apartment in Selden, I was making chicken and something else, and you're like, wow, do you cook a lot? I'm like, this is the first time I've ever cooked in my whole life. And
I remember
like, what?
That. You had the little white table,
yeah.
Which I have now. I still have it.
But I had one pan and one pot that I had never been used. I didn't know what I was doing.
I felt special. He's cooking me I think you made rice.
I made rice and chicken.
Your rice has come a long way, though, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah, it was always
not as
raw.
crunchy. It was
It was always raw. I didn't cook it long enough.
Yeah, but now, you're letting your Porto sink in, and the Rican is coming out, So it's good.
Am I whiteified?
I'm saying, white people, I love white people. I've been with some, Some of my best friends are white. Oh, no, not really.
No.
But do I have any white friends?
I have white friends.
I don't think, I guess.
Well,
they're all mixed.
You have such a diversity of
with,
people. Yeah, but they're mixed.
No, I'm saying they're not fully white. You know what I mean?
And you know what I get too? Because my daughter has light hair, light eyes, and her skin is a little bit more fair. Oh, isn't she the lucky one with light eyes? Who gives a shit? Brown eyes are amazing.
Okay.
Asshole.
Whatever, brown eyes suck.
No, they don't. Oh my gosh, my son came to me at 5:45 in the morning the other day, and he goes, Mommy, wake up. And I'm like, yes, Papi. And he goes, what color are your eyes? And I go, brown like yours. He goes, okay, and then ran downstairs and went to bed.
What you need to do is stop bringing up your kids on every podcast, okay? They had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
No, I just mentioned eyes, and I just wanted to say
what the hell are we talking about here?
No, follow my train of thought. And this is why, listen, people, this is why I always on a tangent. I said my daughter had light eyes, and it reminded me of that story, and I was like, oh my God, this kid. I don't know, why do you wake up at 5:45 just to ask me what color my eyes are?
And what does that have to do with the price of milk on Sunday?
I love that phrase. My mom, remember, she always used to say, what does that have to do with the price of cheese on Tuesday? And I'm like, I don't know what that phrase means, and I finally got it. I'm constantly using phrases backwards, and I don't know where to use them.
What you need to do is use them correctly.
That's the problem, but I'm never going to use them correctly.
Anyway, can we transition?
Yes!
What is this? This is our new segment
called... Yep, that's trending.
Holler. So what's today's trending?
Twitter beef.
Yes, social media, Twitter beef. You know, have you ever been in one?
In a Twitter beef?
Yeah.
I got into a Facebook beef once.
Okay.
But on one of my mom pages. So this lady goes into bashing her baby's father. And she's like, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, he's terrible, whatever. But he's going to go away for the weekend with my daughter. And then she, like, asked for something. And I was like, why? If he's so terrible and abusive and all this stuff, why would you let your daughter go away with him? And then it was...
That's what you wrote? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she wrote back, that's not what I said. I said no bashing. I asked such and such. And she asked her question again. And I said, okay. But what did that have to do with your diatribe about how horrible he is? Why would you let your daughter go with him? And then all these people chimed in, don't give her what she wants. And I'm like, what the hell do I want? You fucking...
So now everybody's rallying against you?
Yeah, like a few people were for and against. Like some people were like, well, you said you didn't want the post to be negative, but, you know, you started off saying how horrible he is.
Right.
So where are we going with this? So, but that was like really the only thing. Other than that, not really. Have you?
I had a Facebook beef, but I shut that down quickly because I blocked the mofo. It was a family member. I'm not going to say what happened because I'm not ashamed of it, but I don't want to go down that lane.
Okay.
But basically, I called another, one of our ancestors, mutual ancestors.
Okay.
I called him the Black Abe Lincoln. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And she went into this whole diatribe of how he was Native American and he's not black and like this whole...
But he was black, I thought.
Native American.
Okay.
But I'm like, he looked black to me. Like you get pulled over,
you're black.
You're black. I mean...
Oh, she wanted to do the whole what's that show you used to watch where the baby at the end and the mom was like, he's not black, he's Puerto Rican?
I don't know what show that is.
Girls.
Oh, yeah. Why did I watch that? I got caught up and then I was like, couldn't leave. I hated that show. It's like one of those shows you watch and you're like, why am I watching this?
So how did you end off this Twitter beef?
I told you, I blocked her and that was it.
You know what? I did get into one thing.
I don't get into beef like that. Like, especially family members, like on social media.
I did get into this, her fifth grade friend. Picture it. Her name is Shannon.
Mm-hmm. Why are you going to put her name out there?
Because she going to learn today.
Okay.
So Shannon was not, she just, she just got herself into trouble, but we found each other on Facebook, whatever, and she posted this sign where it was like, I don't know, something along the lines of like, all these illegals getting everything and we get nothing.
Here we go.
And I was like, you know what, this could be a teachable moment for her. Maybe she genuinely she doesn't know, because I was in class with her and she wasn't the smartest, you know, so maybe she just genuinely doesn't know. So I took it upon myself and I was like, what you need to do is read a book, sweetheart. And, you know, and she says to me, her retort to me was, I can see how you say that given your family. And then I was like, yeah, girl. I was like,
the portal came out?
Yeah. I was like, Shannon, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I think what you're trying to say is because I'm Hispanic that I would rally with other Hispanics. I get it. But be that as it may, what I'm telling you is that when you're undocumented in this country, you don't have rights. It's not like they give you this like care package where it has a cell phone. All of a sudden you're getting like checks deposited into your bank account. It just doesn't work that way. I know you like to feel that way, but it doesn't work that way. And she started, you know, she and I went back and forth, and I was like, you know what, Shannon, I don't wish you all the best, clearly, because what I wish for you is education. And then I had to unfriend her, and I unfriended everyone that would like tag her in something, or like, and I was like, I'm not.
Can't do it. It becomes too much. I'm not on Facebook anymore because of like stuff like that.
But like, But like,
Just
really, you got caught up. Like, you're a fucking felon, stupid ass.
It's crazy.
And then you talking about politics. You can't even fucking vote. So shut the fuck up. She was photocopying. This is how stupid she is. She was photocopying money and trying to like buy stuff to like change it out for real money. So she got federally charged.
Oh my god.
And she was like, yeah. So like, really, dude?
Got a lot to say.
You got a lot to say about undocumented people. And like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Anybody who's looking to have a better life and a safer life for themselves and their family, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And I think we all need to rally together as a tribe to make those dreams possible. And what I mean by that is allowing people to give them the tools to help themselves.
I wish we can, like, maybe somewhere down the line, we can have a show about immigration laws and really get a real understanding. Have somebody on the show to really teach us.
So you know what? Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Okay.
Back to the beef, though.
Back to the beef.
So speaking of beef. Let's end it with beef.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things that's trending still today, like days later, is the beef between Neil Patrick Harris and Rachel Bloom. Apparently, he tweeted something during the Tonys, and then it turned into this whole beef thing. What did he tweet?
He tweeted, I'm gonna find it for you right now. Un segundo.
It was crazy. Like, and to be honest, the tweet to me, I just like, okay, like really, why is this trending? It's crazy.
Who's the woman with the top hat backstage at the Tony Awards? Gideon remarks that she says like and oh my god a lot. I'm confused. ... So she writes back, I'm a big fan of yours. We've met numerous times, and my husband, Dan Gregor, wrote for How I Met Your Mother for 5 years. Notably, he wrote the episode where your character finally meets his father.
It's crazy. Like, I don't understand what he said that was like so horrible. You know what stuff people say?
First of all,
and then he apologized to her.
I don't know why
she wrote like this article for like GQ.
So
about,
stupid.
I don't understand what's going on here.
This is why learning how to apologize is so important, because there are times where you really don't need to give one,
right?
And nobody deserves one,
right?
Stupid.
I just don't understand. Like, she wrote a whole letter or article, and she touched on that, and it was crazy. And then he apologized.
Sincere apologies to Rachel. At Rachel Does Stuff for my Tony tweet. I failed to research her before pressing send, and what I thought was a funny comment in our living room must have been far from funny to read. Backstage, mid-show. As a performer and a parent, I should have known better. And she writes, hi, thank you for this. Apology accepted.
What did he say that was so wrong?
I have
I don't understand.
idea.
It's like, whatever. Like, really? You're getting upset about that? You say like and what was it, like and
oh
whatever?
My God.
Oh my god! I mean, if you do, you do, and it's just some saying like who cares?
But honestly,
he didn't say anything.
But here's the thing, though, that's a pet peeve, because when you're given a public platform, when you're hearing someone's speech and all they do is oh my god, like
She was backstage though. She wasn't
she on?
Was she on?
Because he said it was from his living room.
I think that, you know how they interview, I didn't see the awards, but you know how sometimes they interview people backstage?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a speech where she probably was like a quick change and
maybe.
Whatever. But still, who cares?
Stupid.
It's not like really, beef, that ain't beef.
That ain't beef.
That ain't beef. And then I think about the one from a while ago with the Bette Midler and
the family we love
Kim
to
Kardashian.
talk about.
Yeah, we can't have a damn show without mentioning them, but they're like everywhere. But it was like, I love Bette Midler. I follow her because she makes me laugh.
Oh.
And anytime you can say something witty or
I think she's extremely witty and smart, and I like that she always did that like variety comedy.
But that turned into a little bit of a beef, which is stupid.
But Bet goes, if Kim wants us to see parts of her we've never seen, she's gonna have to swallow the camera.
That shit is funny.
I think that shit is hilarious.
I mean,
she's right though.
You're out here nude on every,
And then what did she write back? There's a
oh, Kim, you mean?
Yeah, Kim writes, hey, at Bette Midler, I know it's past your bedtime, but if you're still up and reading this, send nudes. # just kidding. First of all, that would have been. She never should have put just kidding.
I know.
think that would have
She
been
would just left it-
amazing. Send
But the whole
nudes.
just kidding because her brand. She can't tarnish her brand.
Oh,
She has to be like funny and oh my god.
whatever.
The whole the back of did Bet right back? I don't even know. I don't even remember. But probably not. She probably just laughed it off.
Yeah.
You know. She's,
Eventually, she goes, at Kim Kardashian, I never tried to fake friend you. Looks like anyone can take a selfie, but not everyone can take a joke.
True that.
True that. But hold up. Wait, no. Follow me on this thread of thought. To whole, like, you can't take a joke. You know when somebody says something so effing offending, and you're like, that's not right, and they're like, what, you can't take a joke?
Oh, I hate that.
Excuse me?
There's
I'm funny as
there's
fuck.
somebody in your life, somebody important in your life that I'm not gonna mention who that person is.
That
But he
person- but
is
he-
always doing the whole like,
does
what, you
that
can't
to-
take a joke?
He does that
Like,
to me
no,
all the time. No, I can't!
No, I can't. No, not when you're talking about certain things that are very,
Important. Like if you
sensitive to me.
If you ask me a question and I answer it, but it's not the answer that you like,
Right.
that's your fucking problem, not mine. Oh, you
Right.
can't take a joke?
Right.
No, I
exactly.
can't.
So yeah, I'm not feeling that whole you can't take a joke. Did I laugh? Did I laugh or did I scowl? Let me find out, okay?
Did I laugh or did I
Did
scowl?
you hear me giggling? No, you did not. So obviously that wasn't funny because I can laugh. What you need to do is come up with a better joke. It's true, though. It's
What
true.
you need to do.
But then the other one was the real beef, the beef wars. Wendy's versus everybody.
Oh, first of all, Wendy's. Okay, listen.
I love it though.
Whoever is the social media coordinator for Wendy's,
They need a raise.
they need a raise. I believe it's a woman.
Okay.
I believe it's a woman.
Why? Because the name's Wendy.
Because at one point or another there was an exchange where a mother said that's my daughter, and she was always very sassy or something like that. She was like praising her, like, I knew your attitude would get you somewhere. I didn't know it would be here, something like that.
Okay.
But
That's good to know.
homegirl is not only on point, but she is hilarious.
I love it.
So one of the exchanges, it had to do with the IHOP thing.
Well, let's touch on the IHOP thing. First of all, I thought it was gonna, like, they were changing their name forever. I didn't know it was one store for 1 week. Like, really? They got a lot of publicity for that. I'm like, I'm going past every IHOP, like, when they gonna turn into a B? And why couldn't they make an international house of breakfast? You know
that
what
would
I
have
mean?
been amazing.
That would have been, like, on point right there.
International house of burgers.
Don't nobody go there for no burgers.
Girl, calm down.
When I think of IHOP, I think about Biggie, like the cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape compensate for a few. Anyway, but I think of pancakes.
Yeah,
breakfast. I don't think like, let's go to IHOP and get a burger.
No, I don't go to IHOP for a burger, but that's cool and all.
But what did Wendy's have to say or IHOP?
Well, there's a whole different exchanges, but one of them is, remember when you were like 7 and thought changing your name to Thunder Bear Sword would be super cool? Like that. But our cheeseburgers are still better.
They are.
They really are. And then Denny's writes, Grandpa, do you remember the Great Burger Wars? Laugh out loud. No, I was chilling, drinking milkshakes and trying to make sense of Westworld. That's funny.
I mean, these burger places are really getting into... But Denny's I don't see as a burger place.
No, me neither.
Whatever.
And then What a Burger. As much as we love our pancakes, we'd never change our name to What a Pancake.
Did IHOP have any response? Did they have anything to say?
Basically at the end of it, they were like, chill, son. My bad.
Because they couldn't handle the pressure.
They couldn't handle the beef.
They couldn't handle the beef. Well, exactly.
Wendy's killed them.
Oh man, the whole thing is crazy.
So Wendy just trolled everybody during it. Hey, at McDonald's, heard the news? Happy National Frozen Food Day to you for all the frozen beef that's sticking around your cheeseburgers.
See that, and McDonald's is sitting there with the two upside down, the two frowns. But Wendy's they really. Like you said, whoever's doing their social media, even like I think it was last year where they got challenged by the McNugget kid, and now he's got like free McNuggets for life, and he was on
that's right, he was on Ellen.
Yeah, it's like this kid is like crazy. But that's because Wendy's is taking a real approach with social media. It seems like they got ahead of the curve with the social media thing. They've been doing this for years. Trolling people, trolling other chains. They've had this beef with McDonald's forever. McDonald's seems to always lose.
Yeah, they go hard. I think the thing with Wendy's that makes it so funny is that they're not worried.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where like McDonald's, they can't make those like it's Bethany Frankel and I wanted to call her
Everybody?
Countess. No, Luann de Lesseps. Remember that one year Luann was like, I was just trying to be funny like Bethany, but it didn't work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh,
yeah, like Bethany Frankel can carry that like snarky whatever. Although I'm not feeling her right now, so I need to fall back. But whatever, I appreciate her. This is a crisis movement, so whatever.
She got into the beef with even though it was social media beef with Sonny Anderson over Puerto Rico. So Bethany she'd been doing her things in Puerto Rico,
right?
And Sonny Anderson was all like, you're doing it for the gram. You're doing it, yeah.
Oh,
and Bethany's like,
Sonny.
you come down there and you speak to mayors such and such, and mayors, the head of this, that, and the other. And Sonny was like, I don't need to. She's like, I was just there. She's like, I seen it for myself. I don't need to tag a whole bunch of people to prove my point. Like, it was like they was going in and in and in and in and in. And the ultimate slap in the face in my opinion, to Bethany was that Sonny didn't even bring it up on The View. Because she brings up Puerto Rico all the time, but she could have brought up the beef because it was all over social media.
That is, you know what? My mom taught me this a long time ago. She's had a couple divorces, and she's like, the best slap in the face you can do to somebody is tell them to keep their money and go fuck yourself. And it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I could talk about you, baby girl, but you ain't worth it.
Right. That is so true. Like a no to someone can be very powerful, especially when somebody puts value in like money or things. Yeah. And you tell them, no, I'm good. Like I'm good. I have a relative who likes to use a certain thing as a tool. Mm-hmm. And so I made an effort. I made a point to every time I went over there. No, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Like, you don't want no chicken, or you don't want
no.
Nope. Knowing damn well, like, I'm starving, my stomach is growling, but because you using that against me, I'm good. I'm good. So is you good? Is you good? You know what I mean? But anyway, so we beef, and I haven't spoken to this person in quite some time. Not social media beef, but we beefing in the real world. But anyway, I'm glad we not beefing.
You know what you need to do?
What?
Have a wonderful day.
Not only am I going to have a wonderful day, I'm going to have a wonderful weekend.
What you doing this weekend?
I'm going to see my brother, my niece, nephew, sister-in-law. Should be a nice time.
Those delicious little people.
Yeah. Nice to
you
get
know
away,
what else
see
you need
family.
To do?
What?
To know that you're enough and I love you.
Oh, thanks. Love you too. Love you, mean it, share it. All right. Yep, yeah, yes. You can find us on Twitter at Yep, yeah, yes. Instagram at Yep, yeah, yes 18. And
me, boo.
Add us, comment. What's beef?
What's your beef?
What's beef? Later.
Laters.